Hey guys, it's me again. Since I have a 3-hour drive home, I thought I'd kill some time and, well, give you all a bird's eye view, a disgusting view of bug guts on my truck. No, but seriously, since I have all this time, and I'm not usually watching the videos, I'm usually just listening to them. I got no better to do. I've been listening to guys like Black Pigeon Speaks and some other people about feminism, the absolute shitstorm that's happening in Europe right now. I got a little bit of a worry about that since my dad lives in Austria. Long story about that. If you ever want to know, just ask me. I'll tell you the story. Anyways. But something about like the actual Western world as a whole, Europe, North America, and America, Canada, Mexico. We seem like we're on our decline, and especially socially eroding. And I'm watching Black Pigeon Speaks, and he's been talking about, women becoming enfranchised, wanting freedom for the patriarchy, and how it's destroying society. And I'm going, well, kinda, but not really. Let me expand upon that. I personally believe that women should have the, right and freedom under the law to pursue their own destiny just like anybody else. What I don't agree with feminism is that they should have basically the same unlimited freedom, the freedom to, do whatever the hell they want, but not accept responsibility for the consequences of their actions. Which is what I've seen a lot of this late wave feminism and males culprit, but this whole social degeneration that just erupted around me, and I'm just sitting here going, it's just so fucking stupid. I mean, women just need to understand it's no greener on the guy's side of the street than it is on the women's side of the street. In fact, I saw this one video where a woman went trans, she became a man for a while, but to be identified as a man, did that for about 2 years, turned right back to being a woman. She was like, "Men, I am so sorry. I never really saw it from your point of view, and the point of view that you guys have is very dour, bleak, and it's no wonder men have such a high suicide rate." I mean, I saw this thing about, slut walk, this walk of sluts and all this. I'm just like, oh my god. Basically, dressing up in the most provocative manner and just saying, just because I dress like this doesn't mean I want it, and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. And I'm about to get into a very, very biased topic on abortion. I've come to the realization with abortion. I believe it should exist, but it should only exist in certain occasions, and it should not be used as a means of contraceptive, for God fucking sakes, because it does untold damage to a woman's body. There are cases where one woman has one abortion and never get pregnant again, even though later in life she wants to get pregnant, but now she can't because the abortion basically ruined her anatomy. And that takes a toll on a person. It takes a heavy toll on a woman who wants to have kids but now can't because she made a mistake earlier and now has to suffer the consequences because she wasn't right living. Well, ladies, I'm going to put it to you like this. Freedom comes with a price. And whether you like it or not, you will pay the iron price for your choices. In some way, shape, or form. Happens to guys, it'll happen to girls. There is no such thing as freedom from all this stuff, but not freedom from the consequences of your choices. Like, if you want to sleep around 50 guys, sow your seeds wild, have, promiscuous sex, and, run around like chickens with your heads cut off, more power to you. But you better accept the consequences of living that lifestyle. And if you don't, you sit there and start bitching why, start screaming feminism and all this shit. I'm sorry, you got no one to blame but yourself. And I say the same thing to the guys who want to run around, sleep with 50 to 100 women. None of those players usually have the show for themselves. In my opinion, yeah, they've got a bunch of notches on the top of their bed, maybe some illegitimate children, but really nothing to their name. And if they get found by these women they have these children with, the ass owes. So quite frankly, women who think that men can just sleep around and, get away with it and nothing bad happens to them socially, they really don't go anywhere. They're a dead end. As Black Cajun speaks would say, they're a genetic dead end. You got nothing to show for it. You got nothing to pass on. And this is one thing with another part of feminism that I'm going to bring up that always tickles me to no end. And I've heard guys talking about it, explaining it to women, but I'll get my 2 cents on it. The whole point of women getting into their 30s and possibly 40s and going, where have all the good men gone? Women. Yeah, because ladies who ask that question later in life when you are alone and sad, you had your chance. You made a choice. And now you're going to live with the consequences. I mean, everybody says, oh, there's no such thing as a friend zone. Oh, yes, there is. I've seen it. Granted, I've never experienced it, thank God, since I got married early to my wife, who I'm still married to. But all these girls want the bad guys, you treat them like crap, they get all the promiscuous sex they want, but then when it comes to, well, I wanted a nice guy to settle down with, you've kicked those guys to the curb so many times who would have provided and given you exactly what you didn't know you wanted until it was too damn late. But them guys ain't gonna wait forever. They've moved on. There's only so many times you can take a guy's heart through a wood chipper until he finally says, fuck it, enough, and either goes into the rising MGTOW movement or finds another woman who actually has her head on straight and goes, I want this and I want this now, and I'm not going to jerk a guy around, I'm going to actually get what I want. Which is kind of what my wife did. Did it at kind of an early age, kind of did it to each other, but you know what? Much as we complain that we got married maybe a little too soon, not bad that we got married at all. I look at it from my point of view. After being married 16 years, like something happened between my wife and I tomorrow, and I suddenly had to go back out and at 35 pretty much start all over. I'm fucking terrified of that prospect. Because there's something to understand, kids. After 16 years, my wife and I got each other broke in the way we want. We're comfortable with each other. We can sit there, be in PJs, no one to impress, and sit there and binge watch TV or Netflix or something, and be totally comfortable with that. Just snuggling with our dogs and just watching TV. Or, hey, I want to go out. Want to go to Panda? Let's go to Panda. It's kind of that funny line in that one with Vince Vaughn, The Holiday, I think, where all those couples go away to basically Tahiti. Not Tahiti, Bora Bora. And it's, damn it. See his face, I can't say his name. He's doing a new Star Wars TV show. Director of Iron Man. Shit. I have a total brain fart. Oh, damn it. Well, his name will come to me, but I'm pretty sure you will all let me know. But he's screaming at his wife, I want someone to go to Applebee with. And they're going back and forth and finally realize, look, you're the person I'm going to go to Applebee's with. I mean, it's literally that simple between me and my wife now. Granted, it took us a long time to get to that point in our relationship, and it's evolved quite dramatically from when we were in our 20s, but and that's the point I'm trying to make is, ladies, and I mean this as kindly as I can, wherever the men gone, you've kicked them to the curb. Or another woman who knows what she wants wants the nice guy and snatches him up early and doesn't let him go. Keeps him happy, keeps him satisfied, keeps each other happy and satisfied, and they provide each other with what they're lacking. And that segues into another point of feminism I'm having a problem with. It's not all feminists. I'm talking the militant, hardcore feminists. Men and women are not equal. Maybe equal under the law, and some of those decisions in court where the guy is always fucking responsible to the wife at times for its equal share, some of that shit needs to change. Just my own point. That's not the point I'm making. This is just the uncomfortable fucking truth of the matter. And I'm going to be point blank with women, and I hope this gets retweeted, I hope this gets seen. Men and women are not equal. And we're not supposed to be equal in certain circumstances. We're supposed to complement each other and do what each other can't. That is the whole point, in my opinion, men and women. I'll give you the perfect example of me and my wife. Me, I literally fly by the seat of my goddamn pants. The wind blows north, I go freaking north. I am Malcolm Reynolds in that regard. My wife, she can plan shit to a freaking T. But God help her if that plan goes to hell in a handbasket. I cannot tell you how many times I've relied on that woman to keep my life moving in somewhat of an efficient manner, and how many times she's relied on me when a plan that she makes with most of us blows up in her face, and then she's got to rely on my survival mode and instinct to get us through the current crisis until she can get a new plan in place and then keep us going. We complement each other like that. I've learned to take things probably a bit more seriously, and she's learned to not wind herself up so freaking tight. And that sometimes crowded, a bunch of people at once isn't always the greatest thing since sliced bread. In fact, a lot of times it fucking sucks. She's definitely starting to come over to my point of view, but I've also somewhat structured my life better because of her. Bless her heart. And these are the kind of things I'm talking about, guys. Now, sad part is, a lot of people who need to see this video, some other videos out there, won't see it. That's a bad shame. For those who do see it, yeah, feminism and all that, you want all the freedoms that you want from patriarchy, social liberation, sexual liberation, all that, fine. But I'm going to lay a little dark, dirty secret. Sometimes you can't have it all. In fact, most times you can't have it all, regardless of what's between your legs. Sometimes you're to live a certain lifestyle that you've got wrapped in your head, sacrifices are gonna have to be made. Somewhere, only got so much time in a day, and you gotta spend some of that time sleeping and doing other things. So I'm gonna put this out there to women. Women, you wanna be the making that 6 figures, being that strong woman, independent woman CEO, you're gonna have to sacrifice something. And maybe down the line, maybe something you didn't want to sacrifice, but you need to make informed decisions on what you want to do with your life and how you want to spend it. But you can't be 20, 40 years old looking back going, where have all the good men gone? Why can't I get what I want now? When 10 years ago, you had a perfectly golden opportunity, you pissed it away because at the time you thought it was a great thing and it just show up later. Sometimes, lady, it just don't show up later. And a guy made a really good point. At 18 to 25, guys are more willing to settle down, get into a deep, meaningful relationship and stay that way. Girls, on the other hand, these days, it's the inverse. I mean, like the older guys get, the less we are inclined to get into a meaningful relationship. By the time we hit 50, according to this guy, this is just generalizing, it's maybe 10% of the population willing to get into a meaningful relationship as men by the time we're 50. Most of the time, we're a pyramid. We go up to a point as we go along. Women, on the other hand, are the inverse. The younger they are, the less inclined they are to get into a relationship. But the older they get, then they get more and more inclined. Their biological clock is ticking. No offense, I'm just generalizing here. But I've seen this time and time again. When you hit 35 or 40, it's like, especially, I'm saying this is, just straightening the women. homosexual and all that, that's a whole different kettle of fish, and I ain't even prepared to speak on it. I don't know shit about it. So, all the gay people putting all that out there, I'm sorry, I'm not even going to get into that kettle of fish. If you want to get into that kettle of fish, if you have all the information, more power to you. I'll happily sit down and watch that video. But anyways, it seems like the older women get, the more they're inclined of, oh, I need a relationship, I need a man. But the time to get a man is in your younger years, where you feel like you want to paint the town red and just live the high life. Well, I'm telling you ladies right now in your younger years, you may miss out on opportunities you may not have had before to find that deep, meaningful relationship with guys who are actually good. You want to have a deep, meaningful relationship later in life that lasts, but don't. So ladies, I'm going to use Mecca Random 42 here. She's a good example of a woman, and Mecca, this is not dating as you. In fact, I tip my hat to you. From what I've understood, what you said in the last news before, you tried to marry a liar. You have an ex-husband, and you've made up your own informed opinion. That wasn't for you. You're better off on your own, and you just want to live your life that way. That is no problem, Mecca. You're kind of the exception to the rule of you accept the consequences of your choices and your freedom. You take responsibility for them. And Mecca, I give you all the respect in the world for that. Same thing with, from what I understand, Jessie Milestone, my news on YouTube. She seems pretty much the exact same way. Yeah, she wants her freedom, but she also accepts responsibility for her choices and her freedoms and where she is in life and where she's going. If something doesn't happen, she got no one to blame but herself. For that, Jessie, again, tip my hat to you. Anna from That Star Wars Girl, she seems much the same way. That she accepts responsibility for where she is in life, where she's going, what she's doing, and the choices she made. She's made the best possible choices, but she'll live with those choices, which again, more power to you, Anna. So all I'm saying here as I wrap it up, ladies, yes, you can have all the freedoms. No, you're not the same as men. You're not meant to be. You're not supposed to be in certain situations. Under the law, yes, we should all be equal. In reality, in terms of anything you can do, I can do better? No. There are certain things a woman can do that I cannot. And there are certain things that I can do a woman cannot. That's just the way it should be. And there's nothing wrong with that. Unlike feminism and soy boys and all those other people who would try to say there is absolutely nothing wrong. Women can do certain things better than guys and vice versa. It's how we complement each other as a species and how we continue to carry on and propagate the species. It's kind of a long rant as we've been going for, what, almost 20 minutes. So let me tie this off with, to all those women out there who want all this freedom from all this stuff, but no responsibility, well, what you want, what you get are two entirely different things. And to all those women who want that freedom, accept responsibility for that freedom, and decide to make the choices they want, where they want to be in life, where they go. They accept the consequences of, hey, I may not get this, or I may get this, and keep moving along. More power to you, to the guys. Look, guys, it may be cool to sound like you're a player, but in the end, it's just like the whole slut walking thing, Oh, we're sluts. Hey, long term, it ain't gonna bring you happiness. You're gonna be just like you, older cougar women looking for a relationship. Alone, no prospects, and miserable with life. I've seen it happen more than once. So, everyone out there, enjoy your freedom. It's hard fought and hard work, but you know what? Accept what you've done and accept where you're going. It's the Iron Wolf. Think free, my friends. Think free.